from Britt. So yes, as promised, I am back to review Lady and the Tramp animated and Lady and the Tramp live action. Still waking up, can't think of words. So I have my Steamboat Willie jumper on today. I also have my Mickey money box. There's probably nothing in there actually. Oh, it's probably about 12 pence, if that. Yeah, so it's going to be a Disney one today. So Stephen set up Disney Plus for me to keep me sane during these crazy times. So the first thing I watched was Lady and the Tramp animated, because the live action is exclusive to Disney Plus. So, and I couldn't really remember the animated one very well, so I thought I'm gonna watch that first. When I played it, I did not realise it was from 1955, 65 years ago. Wow, that's older than my mum. But when I rang Stephen after I watched it and he was like, oh, it's a 90s movie, isn't it? I was like, no, you're about 40 years too late. So yeah, so as soon as it starts, the music, the artwork, I mean, the thing about the older generation of animated Disney movies, the artwork, like, you had to paint it. You didn't have all of the technology that we have these days. So it's so raw and so, like, you can just tell that it's being done by hand, which is like pretty immense. I mean, I'm sure they would have had like some form of technology, but not as much as today. So yeah, so music is beautiful. All the old classic Disney movies are visually beautiful as well. The sketch work, the background artwork, the music. I forgot how dark this movie could be. The scenes with the rats in the garden. The rats were quite terrifying actually. I was like, oh my god, that's quite freaky. Obviously, I mean, there's some underrated characters in this movie. So you've got, I mean, Lady, you've got the Tramp. Jock, like, I've never seen anything to do with Jock in the Disney store, and he's an amazing character. He's absolutely amazing. We got Trusty. Trusty was awesome. Lost his sense of smell, bless him. But he was great. The Beaver, I think he's called Mr. Busy. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong about that. The Beaver is such an underrated character as well, and he's another one I've never seen anything of in the Disney shop ever. So it'll be interesting to see if a whole new range of Lady and the Tramp stuff comes out after these crazy times are over, to celebrate the live action on Disney Plus. No, I loved it. The scene where the rat gets into the baby's room, that was dark. That was actually quite terrifying. I was like, oh my god, like a rat in the baby's room, like that's pretty deep, like pretty dark. And then obviously the Siamese cats, like they always freaked me out as a kid, like absolutely freaked me out. But no, I'm glad I revisited it. It became all fresh in my head, ready for watching the live action. So I'm really glad I did that. Like I say, I was just shocked. I had no idea it was that old. So yeah. So now on to the live action. So the live action is exclusive to Disney Plus, which is amazing. And it's quite long. So it's an hour 52, I want to say, maybe wrong on that. And I thought that's quite long for a Disney movie. I mean, like your other live actions have been the same. They're always going to be longer than the animated one. So, I mean, Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book, Lion King, Aladdin, Dumbo, they were all longer than the original, especially Dumbo. Like, Dumbo was a really short movie. So, opening scene, opening credits, visually beautiful. Oh my god, like hands, like round of applause for the art team who created that opening scene where it's like a village sketched and then it pans into the house, but as it pans in, it becomes an actual real like video clip. And I was like, I want to live there. It looked beautiful. Music, the same. Like, obviously a newer version, but the music was the same, which was great for nostalgia reasons. So yeah, you've got the house scene where lady is given as a Christmas present, and that was all the same. Wouldn't go to bed, wants to stay in the bed, that was the same. Mum and dad were greatly cast. Mind you, the mum and dad came across a lot younger than what mum and dad were in the animated one. I noticed that because when you listen to the voices, they sound a lot older in the animated one, but it still worked for this live action. So enter Trusty and Jock. So this was the first thing I didn't expect. So Jock is a boy in the animated one. Jock is a girl, or Jocelyn is a girl in the live action. I didn't expect that. Personally, I was hoping that like Billy Connolly would voice Jock in the live action. That would have just been like gold. That would have just been amazing. Not sure who voiced Jock. I haven't looked into voices, to be honest. But yeah, I got a bit of a shock about that. Trusty was amazing. Trusty was brilliantly done, like brilliantly. So yeah, so you have baby comes along. You've still got the rats in the garden, and to be honest, they did a really good job of the rats. So yeah, baby comes along, and Mr. Chow of The Hangover, Dr. Ken, I don't know how you pronounce his second name. Yeah, so Dr. Ken delivers baby, which I thought was quite hilarious because he's actually a doctor in real life, so I thought that was quite quirky. So yeah, you've got, I mean, the way they did the Tramp, he was just visually beautiful. Lady was beautiful as well, but the Tramp was perfect. And even his two friends who are stuck in the back of the dog pound van, they were brilliant, especially the bulldog. Oh, the bulldog was great. So yeah, then it goes on to Aunt Sarah coming round to dog sit. This scene threw me a little bit. I don't know how I feel about this. So this Aunt Sarah is the one who owns the Siamese cats, and that iconic Lady and the Tramp song, We Are Siamese. So she still has her Siamese cats, but in this they're boys rather than girls. So there's a lot of gender change in here, and the cats are boys. And I was like, all right, okay, that's fine. And then they start singing this whole brand new song, which is completely new. And I'm sat there thinking, right, I'm dying to sing We Are Siamese. Doesn't happen. Does not happen. So I was quite shocked they removed that song from the live action, because that was quite an iconic song for the animated one. So not sure how I feel about that. So yeah, then you go on to Lady getting the muzzle. So that still happened, and then the Tramp finds her and says, oh, let me introduce you to a friend of mine. So I am at excitement point here because I love the beaver, Mr. Busy. I'm pretty sure he's called Mr. Busy. I'm sorry again if I'm wrong. And I was like, oh my God, the beaver's coming, the beaver's coming. The beaver was a statue in the park. He still helped her get her muzzle off, but I was like, I wanted a real beaver. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed at that. So yeah, yeah, like I say, it was a long film. There was a lot of scenes in there that weren't in the movie, in the animated one. One scene I wasn't really a big fan of was when she's still got the muzzle on, and the Tramp comes along and talks this dog into saying that she's dangerous, and she's just jumping around shouting rabies, rabies. Wasn't really a big fan of that scene, to be honest. But the scene where they go and eat spaghetti was absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. The music was beautiful. The music was beautiful throughout. Yeah, visually stunning, absolutely beautiful. The music was beautiful throughout. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed at that. So but the scene where they go and eat spaghetti was absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. They kept the song. The actors who played the two restaurant workers were brilliant. Yeah, visually stunning, absolutely. Like, the scenery was beautiful. The music was beautiful throughout. And then the scene, the baby's room scene, that was dark. That was still brutal. Because the rat just looked so real. And it just, like, the whole thing just looked so real, and it was just like, oh my god, like, I can only imagine as a parent if a rat got in the baby's room. I mean, like, that's just, I hate rats anyway. They absolutely terrify the life out of me. So yeah, that was dark. That was a bit dark. Did it really well though, really well. Yeah, and then the last scene where they realised he was trying to save the baby and not get at the baby. And they changed it a little bit, because obviously in the animated one you thought Trusty was dead, but in this one you thought the Tramp was dead, but obviously not. Spoiler alert. Yeah, so it wasn't the worst live action movie, it also wasn't the best. I'm happy with it. I'm just not happy about the few changes that they made, especially the removal of the iconic song. Yeah, I like, why not? Put it in there. Everybody knows it. Everybody's going to watch the movie and sing along. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, like I say, they changed Jock a little bit. Jock, the weird thing about Jock is Jock poses in different outfits for his owner to paint him. Her in this, sorry, not him. Also the dog pound scene. So the dog who sings He's a Tramp, they got her absolutely spot on. And that whole scene where she sings that song and they're all singing along, that was brilliant. Yeah, forgot to mention that one. So yeah, like I say, not my favourite. I think Beauty and the Beast is still my favourite, along with Lion King. Dumbo is still the worst though. Sorry, Tim Burton. So yeah, see you in the outtakes. I don't really have an outtake, to be honest. The only thing I can think of as an outtake, Stephen will probably add something to this. I'm just trying to rank me live actions in, like, by the favourite ones and least favourite. So I would definitely say Beauty and the Beast. The nostalgia was there all the way through, even though they added an extra song, but it worked. I sat in the cinema and cried my eyes out at that. So Lion King was the next one. Exactly the same, didn't change anything. Cried all the way through that. Next, I would probably say Aladdin. Yeah, Aladdin. I would definitely say Aladdin. Aladdin was brilliant. Will Smith as the genie was absolute gold. I'd probably then say Lady and the Tramp. Then it's a tie-up between Dumbo and Jungle Book. I'd probably say, Jungle Book next, maybe. And Dumbo was just, the nostalgia just wasn't there. I mean, Casey Jr., yeah. Baby of Mine song, yeah. But they changed the storyline up far too much for that. And it was so long as well. I haven't seen Cinderella. I haven't seen Maleficent yet. So if I can get hold of the second one, that might be another double one that I do. But I might watch Sleeping Beauty first. I think that's all of the live actions I've seen. I haven't seen Snow White and the Huntsman, but I don't know if that's classed as the Disney live action. But yeah, that's probably my personal order. So yeah, I don't know if he'll have any more outtakes. I have no idea. But like, share and subscribe. I hope everybody's okay. It's almost a week into lockdown. So I'm just reviewing things, I'm watching things, I'm trying to create, I'm trying to write. But yeah, like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all soon. I've been Britt.
No. No, Lady in the Tramp.